Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Casey. Today we're going to move through a basic flow. So if you're newer to the practice or if you just want to keep it simple, this is a really good place for you to start. I definitely recommend having a block, but if you don't have a block, you can always use something like a jar or a can that can offer you a little more support underneath your hands in some of the poses. And we'll get started in child's pose. So coming onto your shins, the tops of your feet. You can either keep the knees together or send your knees wide. Let your torso soften down between your inner thighs. Arms might extend to the top of your mat. Maybe arms down by your sides. But wherever you are, just settle in. And take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go through your mouth. Another big inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Take one more big breath in. Hold it in at the peak. See if you can take another little sip of air to cap it off. And then let it go. Put your lips closed. Back to breathing in and out through your nose. See how slow and deep you can make each breath. On your next breath, walk your fingertips as far forward as you can. Find a little more space through the sides of your ribs. And then press up to the hands and knees table. So the shoulders stack over the wrists, hips stack over your knees. And on your inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, pull your low belly in, dome through the back of the body. Inhale, heart lifts, cow pose. Exhale, dome through the spine, tuck the tailbone, cat. Just move on your own with your breath. You can always feel free to find any organic movements that feel good. So maybe circling through your torso, moving in both directions. I like to flip my hands so that my fingertips face my knees. Just stretch through the fronts of the forearms, the wrists. And then come back to a neutral spine, fingertips face the top of your mat. You'll pull your navel in, wrap your triceps back, and then just kick your right leg straight back behind you. Flex through your right foot. Spin the right inner thigh up to the sky, pull your low belly in. And then left arm reaches by your left ear. See how much space you can create between your left fingertips and your inner right heel. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, hug elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Lengthen on your inhale, just one more crunch. And then meet with everything lengthened. Take a breath. And set it all back down. Shake it out, cat-cow. When you're ready, kick the left leg back. Right arm reaches by your right ear. So we think more about length and space through the spine and less about how high we can get the leg and the arm. And then on your exhale, hug it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Lengthen on your inhale. Last time to crunch. Meet on an inhale with everything lengthened. And then set it all down. Cat-cow, shake it out. Come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under, and then just lift your knees half an inch away from the mat. So see how low you can keep the knees without letting them touch. pull your navel into your spine. So even in a basic flow, we still want to engage the core just to create a little foundation of strength. Take one more breath. And send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. A little bit of movement when you get there. Pedal through your heels. Maybe nod your head yes, shake your head no. Any little fidgeting that you need to eventually find some stillness in down dog. So we let the feet rest hips width apart, heels wrap back behind your toes, inner thighs spin back. And think about pulling your tailbone away from the crown of your head. Front ribs draw in, take one more breath. And on your inhale, drift forward, plank. Shoulders stack over your wrists, hips soften down to the height of your shoulders. If you need less, you can always drop your knees. Keep pulling your frontal hip points up towards your chest. Take one more inhale. Hips go up and back, downward facing on your exhale. Inhale, drift to plank. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, drift forward. So when your exhale, lower down, but again, knees might drop. Chaturanga the arms. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then press the hips back. Tuck your toes. Hips go high, downward facing dog. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Lift your gaze, walk your feet to meet your hands, top of the mat. Spine lengthens on your inhale. Exhale to fold. 2 more times like that. Pull your heart forward. Fold your breath out. Last time to lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Come all the way up on your inhale. Arms rise, heart lifts. Hands to the heart on your exhale. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dive down, fold in. Spine lengthens on your inhale. Plant your palms, step back to plank. Lower the knees or not, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Downward facing on your exhale. Lift your gaze, bend your knees at the bottom of your breath. Make your way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. All the way up on your inhale. Heart lifts, reach high. Hands to the heart on your exhale. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back, lower down. Inhale to your back bend. Downward facing on your exhale. Right leg goes high. Lengthen through your inner right heel. And on your exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lengthen on your inhale. Knee to the nose on your exhale. This time just step between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Arms rise, knee down, warrior. So we let the hips sink forward and down, but keep scooping your tailbone down toward the mat. Get a little taller through the crown of your head. Find some space between your right hip point and your right thigh. Take an inhale. And then frame your front foot, pull your hips back to stack over the left knee, half split. Right leg lengthens. So you might need to slide the right heel forward a tiny bit, flex through your right foot, pin your outer right foot back. You can keep the spine long and stay lifted. Maybe you start to fold. Take a couple more breaths. And on your inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep your left fingertips under your left shoulder. Reach your right fingertips to the sky. So the right hand can also come to your right hip, and you can also use a block underneath your left hand. And just find a little twist. Last inhale. Float your right hand down, bend your right knee, come back to knee down warrior, arms rise. And frame your front foot, step to plank, optional vinyasa, so you can always just come straight back to downward facing, and we'll meet there. So from down dog, left leg goes high. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lengthen on your inhale. Last time, knee to your nose. And then just step between your hands. So right knee comes down, reach high, knee down, warrior. So how long can you get through your spine? Stay heavy in the right shin. Drive your left shin down into your left heel. Soften the skin at the tops of your shoulders. Take one more inhale. Frame your front foot. Pull your hips back. Left leg lengthens. Half split. So again, the left heel might need to come forward a little bit. And even if the left knee is bent, that's perfect. Just think about pulling the top of your left hamstring back. Breathe into the back of the left leg. And on your next inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. So the right hand stays rooted under your right shoulder, and you can use a block for some support. Left hand to the left hip or fingertips to the sky. You can keep the gaze down toward the mat. Maybe the gaze lifts to the left fingertips. Last breath. Float your left hand down. Come back to bend the left knee. Arms rise. Knee down, warrior. And then frame your front foot. Step to plank. Optional vinyasa brings you back to downward facing dog. Big breath in when you get there. Open your mouth, let it go. Right leg rises. Knee to your nose, step between your palms. Come all the way up, crescent. So you can keep a little slack in the back knee. Tailbone goes under. Find that slight posterior tilt of your pelvis. See if you can get the arms a little bit straighter. Biceps a little closer to your ears. And on your next breath, press your hands at your heart. Lean forward to float forward. Warrior 3. So find your stability in the right big toe. Pull the navel up and in. Left inner thigh hooks up to the sky. Activate the left leg. If you need a little bend, there can always be one in the standing leg. No worries. Take one more breath. And then think crescent, step all the way back. Big inhale. And on your exhale, left hand plants inside your right foot. Right fingertips keep reaching high. Twist. So the left tricep wraps back. outer edge of your right knee wraps back. This is always a good place to have a block underneath your left hand. Keep energizing that left leg. Take one more inhale. And then float your right hand down, pull your right leg straight, pyramid pose. So the back heel can stay lifted with the stance long. If you want to step the back foot in a little bit to ground through the heel, that's great too. We let the outer right hip move back, left hip moves forward. 1 or 2 blocks here is always a good idea. Last breath. And then get heavy in the right foot. Shift the weight forward. Left leg goes high. Standing split. So the outer left hip wraps down. Again, if you need a bend, let it be in your standing knee. See if you can energize the left leg a little bit more. Soften the back of your neck. Take one more inhale. Can you lift your left heel a tiny bit higher? And then on your exhale, step it down to meet your right foot. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, fold your breath out. Come all the way up on your inhale. Arms rise, heart lifts. Hands to the heart on your exhale. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dive down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back. Optional vinyasa brings you to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Left leg rises. Knee to your nose, step between your palms. Come up, crescent warrior. Nice. Think about finding a 90-degree angle in the left knee. That means the left thigh wants to slide parallel with the mat. It might not, but at least think about it. And then press your hands at heart center. Get heavy in the left big toe. Float forward. Warrior 3. The low belly pulls up in towards your back body. It's like everything is lifting off of your standing leg. Take one more breath. Think crescent, step all the way back. Big inhale. And then right hand plants inside the left foot. Turn your chest to the left. Left fingertips stay high. So the right ribs wrap towards your inner left thigh. And then the outer left hip pins back, but at the same time it sinks down towards your left heel, so you keep that 90 degrees in the left knee. Last inhale. Float your left hand down, pull your left leg straight, pyramid pose. So again, whatever you need here, 2 blocks on either side is great. 1 block in the inside of your left foot works. If you want to step the right foot up a little bit to ground through the heel, just play around with it, see what feels good for you. Wherever you are, stay with your breath. And on your next breath, get heavy in your left foot. Shift the weight forward, right leg goes high, standing split. So you can walk your fingertips out wide, TP through your hands, let your elbows flare out to the sides. Soften the back of your neck. And then instead of just letting your right hip drop open, see if you can roll your right hip down to square with the left. Last breath in. Exhale, step it down to meet the left foot. Fold in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Knees bend, arms rise, Utkatasana, chair pose. The weight sinks into the back edges of your heels. Stay heavy in the ball mounds of the big toes. Knit your front ribs in. Take an inhale. Fold on your exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank, optional vinyasa, or come straight back to downward facing. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Right leg rises. Bend your knees, stack your hips. On your exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Step between your palms. Spin your left heel down. Left arm pulls you up, warrior two. You can find that heel to heel or heel to inner arch alignment. But the right inner thigh travels forward, outer edge of your right hip hooks back. Soften the skin at the tops of your shoulders. And then right forearm floats to your right thigh, left arm by your left ear, extended side angle. Let your right palm open up to the sky, left palm wraps down toward the mat, maybe even back toward the wall behind you. See if you can find as much length in your right side body as you have in your left. And then on your next breath, press into your feet. Come back up through warrior two. Left hand can reach toward the left leg, right arm by your right ear. Reverse your warrior. And then come back up, windmill your hands down, frame your right foot. Step to plank. Optional vinyasa brings you to downward facing. Left leg rises. Bend your knees, stack your hips, keep squaring through your torso. Outer left shoulder wraps down. And on your inhale, pull your knee to your nose. Step between the palms, back heel spins down. Right arm pulls you up, warrior two. So we're heavy in the outer edge of the right foot. Drive the left shin down into your left heel. Scoop the tailbone under. Think about finding space in your low back. Pull your wrists away from each other. Can you sink a little bit deeper, but get a little taller through the crown of your head? And then left forearm floats to your left thigh. Right arm by your right ear. Extended side angle. Keep wrapping your right tricep down towards your cheek. Left shoulder keeps rolling down your back. Keep hooking the outer left hip behind you. And then press into your feet. Come all the way up. Reverse your warrior. And back up. Hands windmill down. Frame your left foot. Step to plank. Optional vinyasa brings you to child's pose. Big breaths in through your nose. Giant exhales out through your mouth. Take a couple more breaths. Slow it down. And then press back to your palms. Cross one ankle over the other. Sit behind your heels. Sweep your legs to the top of your mat. As we'll flex through the feet. Slide your glutes behind your sit bones. Take an inhale, reach high. Hinge at your hips to fold. Paschimottanasana. So the knees can stay super bent. Hands can rest anywhere along the legs that they need. You can stay long through the spine. If you want to dome through the back, feel free to fold all the way in if there's no pressure in the spine. Last couple of breaths. Come all the way back up. Scoot a little closer to the top of your mat if you need to. And roll all the way down to your back. And when you get there, bend your knees, plant your feet. Cross your right leg or your right ankle over your left knee and thigh, figure 4. And just keep flexing through your right foot. Press the right knee away from you. You can keep the left foot planted. Maybe you pull the knee into your chest. Stay active through the right foot. And gently release what you've got with your hands, but slide your right knee all the way over the left, eagle legs. You might even hook your right toes behind your left ankle or calf, but wherever you are, just let your knees drop over to the left. Spinal twist. And then the gaze might go past your right fingertips. Soften your low belly. And bring your knees back through center. Unravel your legs. Plant the feet. Left ankle crosses right knee and thigh. Press your left knee away from you. Activate the left ankle. Flex through the toes. And then the right foot can stay rooted. Maybe it lifts. Left arm can split between the legs. You might reach for the hamstring. Maybe the right shin. And release what you've got with your hands. Hook your left leg all the way over your right. Send your knees to the right. You might get a little snap, crackle, pop. Where can you soften? Pull your knees back through center. Unhook your legs. And plant your feet hips width apart. Pull your heels in towards your sit bones. We'll take just one back bend of your choice. So for bridge, arms might root down by your sides. Maybe you interlace your fingers beneath your low back. But wherever you are, hips lift on your inhale. And keep wrapping your inner thighs down toward the mat. Scoop your tailbone toward the space between your heels. Last breath in. Come down bone by bone on your exhale. Walk your feet mat's width apart. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one last squeeze. Take in a giant breath of air. See if you can sip in just a little more air. And then open your mouth, let it all go. Sprawl open. Shavasana. This is the time when all the benefits of your practice start to sink in. Let go of all control, all need to achieve. And for these last few minutes, give your body the space that it needs to receive. Feel free to hang out here for as long as you need. But if you're with me, just gently rolling over to one side. And before slowly pressing up to a seat. Floating your hands to rest at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Holding gratitude for your breath, gratitude for your body, for all of its abilities. Take a big inhale through your nose. Hold it in at the peak. Open your mouth, let it go. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. Let me know if you've got any questions, comments, concerns. If you like the video, please subscribe. Let me know what you want to see more of, and I will see you next time. Thank you.